Few months ago, India's Prime Minister stood inside a factory in Gujarat and watched the first Made in India commercial chips roll off the line. Historic, genuinely historic. But here's the uncomfortable part. Nobody's saying out loud, that is not where the money is. Because while India cheered its first packaged chip, one company on the other side of the world became the first in history to be worth $5 trillion. Nvidia, a company that does not manufacture a single chip. So, the real question isn't, can India make chips? India just did. The question is, where in the chip world does the fortune actually sit? Who's already proven it? And is there an Indian name quietly positioned there before the crowd figures it out? That's this episode. Let's walk the money map. But why now? Every AI answer you've ever generated burns silicon. Data centers, the size of small towns, are going up on every continent. This is the largest infrastructure built out of our lifetime. And in every gold rush in history, the miners went broke. The people selling shovels got rich. Here's the entire chip industry as one pyramid built backwards. Top layer, the designers, Nvidia, AMD, famous, but they only draw blueprints. Below them, the foundry, where blueprints become silicon, nearly all of it inside one company in Taiwan, TSMC. Below that, the machines, tools that carve circuits thinner than a virus. And the bottom layer, the design software, the blank page every chip on Earth is drawn on. Now on the left, watch the player count as we go down from hundreds to just a couple of them. The rule this channel lives by: pricing power compounds. Commodity capacity gets competed away. Anyone can start a design company, but the machine that prints advanced chips with extreme ultraviolet light is built by exactly one company on this planet. ASML, that's in the Netherlands. No competitor, no substitute. Machines so precious, the world queues up years in advance. That's not a business. That's a toll booth on the future of computing. And this isn't theory. The market already settled it. TSMC, the foundry everyone depends on. Over the past decade, its stock compounded many times over. Its revenue multiplied. And the mode is brutal. It manufactures for everyone and competes with no one. This is past performance, not a prediction. But it tells you exactly where the value lived. ASML, same story. A decade of compounding, an order book stretching years, a monopoly unbroken for 30 years. And the quietest winners of all, Synopsys and Cadence, two software firms whose tools design virtually every chip on Earth. No headlines, no glamour, just toll booths, collecting for decades. Which brings us home. India just entered this pyramid. But at which layer? And is anyone positioned to climb? Honest answer, India entered at the packaging and testing layer. Real factories, real chips, real exports. But the thin margin end of the pyramid. Still, a field is forming, and you should know every serious name on it. CG Power. Its joint venture with Japan's Renesas just started commercial output. The plant the Prime Minister opened this month. Keynes shipped India's first commercially packaged chip module, 900 units, 17 dies inside each, straight to a California client. Moskip, one of India's rare listed chip design firms. And ISMO, whose tiny ISMO micro arm is attempting silicon photonics packaging. Frontier Tech, at a very early stage. Now you might expect the pick to be the giant conglomerates building fabs. Here's the catch. For them, chips are a sliver of a much bigger empire. Our find is different. Keynes technology. Yes, on chips alone, this is a seedling. The Sanand plant is just ramping. But look at the shape of this company. Electronics manufacturing, defense systems, and now chip packaging. 3 engines, 1 machine. It didn't just enter the chip story. It was already selling shovels to every other story. On today's theme, it's early innings. On the full picture, it's already climbing. And that full picture is exactly what this series unpacks. Keynes will meet you again in the EMS episode and the defense episode. Now, let me argue against everything I just told you, because that's the only honest way to invest. 1. Packaging is the thin margin floor of this pyramid. The fat margins live in machines and software, and India owns none of that today. 2. This entire push runs on government subsidy, and subsidies can slow. Politics can turn. And 3. The hardest truth. For 30 years, betting against TSMC and ASML has humbled giants far bigger than us. So a truly honest investor has to sit with this question. Is the best Indian chip play not Indian at all? Unless we're staring at the wrong layer entirely. Because a chip is a paperweight until it's plugged in. And 1 billion chips need something India happens to have in abundance. Here's the number to lose sleep over. A single AI data center can drink as much electricity as a small city. India is planning dozens of them. So the real bottleneck of the AI age was never silicon. It's power. And in the power layer, India isn't a question mark. India is a player. And that's episode 2. Subscribe so you get it early. Everything here is educational analysis, not investment advice. All performance figures are historical facts, not predictions. Please do your own research.